What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on some interior mods for our G35 drift missile. Now, when we were out at Driven Luck, drifting with the stock seats, I was sliding all over the place and I knew I was gonna need to change that. So today we are installing these Hot Boy Peach NRG Ultra Prismas. So if you guys watched all the way to the end of the last video where we were at Driven Luck, you might have gotten yourselves a little sneak peek of the seats. As Joey and I were wrapping up the video, we were obviously sitting in them. You couldn't see all of the detail, but you could see the color at the very least. So I am super excited to go ahead and get these in. They are not brand new. They are new to me. So they are used, and I did pick them up for kind of a banging deal. So the Thursday, I believe, while we were working on the engine swap, I had spotted on Facebook Marketplace this pair of seats being sold. They're the NRG Prismas, they're the Ultra models, and they're in a size large, which is perfect for me because John in the yellow E46 has a set of large NRG Ultras. And so I had sat in them a bunch and I knew it was like, this is basically the perfect size for me. And so I picked them up for a smoking deal. It's kind of couldn't pass it up because I knew I was gonna eventually need to get seats for this. They're not the first color that I had in mind, but they're growing on me. I do like them. We'll just have to see sort of how it plays out with the rest of the livery that we've got coming for the car. So let's take a little closer look at these. So again, these are used. So you know, clearly they're not perfect, and we're about to clean these up. I do have a steamer that I'm gonna come through with these and clean them up. Obviously, the butt crease on the driver's seat specifically is a little worse for wear. Passenger seat looks a little bit better, but there's no rips in any of the fabric. None of like the cushioning is exposed. Like it's all good, it's all very solid. So just needs a little bit of cleanup. And yeah, I think these are gonna be a really cool new addition. They look a little bit more orange, like they look like a straight orange on camera, but in real life, they're a little bit more pinkish, like they are truly like a peach sort of a colorway. I don't know what harnesses I'm gonna run with them yet. And these also do have the NRG brackets, but they came out of a 370Z, so the mounting brackets don't work. And so I had to get some new ones. So with all that said, I'm gonna break out the little steam cleaner that I've got and we're gonna get these cleaned up. And once that's done, we'll kind of let them dry off. We'll pull the stock seats out and then we'll throw these in there. Now that I have given these a pretty good scrub down, again, they're still not perfect and I don't think they're ever really going to be perfect. They're still gonna have a few black spots, a few dark spots, like they're seats and they've got, you know, grease stains and all that kind of stuff. Like it's racing. It's what it is. Like I'm probably gonna get them even more dirty. So it's fine, it is what it is. But at the very least, they are all debacterialized. Now I'm probably gonna go ahead and turn on a fan and just face the fan towards the seats so that they can dry out. Cause it did have like a chemical cleaner thing that sort of like steamer thing uses. So yeah, I'm gonna put the fan on them, help them kind of dry off a little bit faster. And in the meantime, I am gonna go ahead and pull the seats out of the car, the stock ones. I have to take the old seat mounts out or off of the seats and get the new seat rails put on it. Fan on the seats, stock seats out, new brackets on the new seats, and throw them in. 4 mounting bolts, just about all she wrote. Now we just gotta get it up out of here. Passenger officially out. P-S-O-O. I don't know why I'm doing the high-low donut immediate thing. Now that I've got the stock seats out of the car, I need to get the new seat brackets mounted onto the new seats and we toss them in. And so the rails that we've got are the Buddy Club Super Lows, or Super Low Downs. They are different from driver to passenger. N001R, N001L. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna open them up, see which ones fit where, and we'll get the NRG brackets off of there, get these on. All right, well, it is a little bit of some assembly required. I think I've figured out the easiest way to tell which side they're gonna go on. This little bracket right here is for the stock seatbelt latch. And so because of the fact that this is gonna go relative to the car is gonna go this way, the one for the right side is the passenger side. Yeah, because the latch is on the left side. Yeah, so right is passenger, left driver. Makes sense when you think about it. If you're looking out the front of the car, that's how it's gonna work. So these guys are gonna go, the tall ones are gonna go in the front, and then the rear ones are gonna go in the back. We will leave these slightly loose just so that we can make sure that we actually fit the seat in here. So with that more or less assembled, I'm gonna go ahead and just set this in the car on the passenger side just to make sure that all the bolt holes line up and that we're good. NRG brackets are off. Now we can sell these. So if you guys didn't know, this is what the back of all of the NRG seat backs look like. They're like gold super sparkle. Yes, sir. And these things are so light, like holy cow. This is incredible. Had not considered that. I put the front slider release onto both sides of the rail, and I really should have done that afterwards because now this is going to be a little bit more difficult to install, but a learning point for the other seat. Whatever, we'll figure it out. All right, we've got the bracket on there. This is the passenger side, right? I did confirm that. Yep, that's where that latch would normally go. Driver, yeah, okay. Just gonna go ahead and chuck it in. This is gonna be the passenger seat. They're just gonna sit however this is currently sitting. The driver's seat, I'm gonna spend more time actually adjusting to the right spot and the right setting because that's what I'm gonna need. Passenger one is just gonna be what it is. So I mounted it relatively flat across in terms of the mounting bolts and holes for it. So we're just gonna run that. So I'll tighten these down and then we'll throw it in. Thankfully, these seats are super freaking light. Oh, freaking piece of cake, dude. Okay, well, now that I have the seat mounted to the brackets, it doesn't really fit. It's a bit dark. I don't know how well y'all are gonna be able to see, but so that bolt hole lines up. Everything else checks out. This front one does not. Like, that's not even close. So like, look at how much wobble this has. It fit when there was no seat in the car, or no seat on the brackets. So I have two extra little notches here that I can basically adjust the seat up in this position. I will figure it out. I'm gonna try and move the mounting point on this front corner. I don't know, we'll see what happens. We've got the seat in, and it's in all of the different mounting points. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 on the other side. Also, look how pretty. Here's the problem. That's not cool. These don't really have any additional adjustment necessarily, per se. So like, I can't really like slide this mounting hole or slide the seat on that mount any further to the left. The same thing up there and the same thing for the other two bolts. And I called Joey and he was like, oh yeah, you just slammed the door. I was like, that sucks, dude. Like, what is this? And I know the seats are flexible enough to be able to manage that, but still, like, I don't want to have to do that. That sucks. I'll see if I can figure something out. All right, so I got the Buddy Club rails on the driver's seat, and it does close a little bit better. It does just slightly make contact here, but I can actually, for the most part, close this guy. It does still touch, like it is still making contact right there. I'm gonna try and pull this out, take this bracket off, flip those two mounting brackets, and see if I can slide this whole thing over just a little bit. All right, so after a lot of trial and error, I think I've made the right moves. So earlier when I talked about taking the little ears, the side brackets that actually bolt into the side of the seat, and trying to like flip them and slide them, that didn't work. Basically all that did was move the bottom brackets, the rails, in closer together and made it harder to actually bolt the seat into the car. So unfortunately that didn't work, but I did have some success with the driver's seat. So if you recall, at mid-pond, my head was slapping the headliner inside of the car, and I was having a really tough time with that. So these, originally I had in the top position, and I had this, there's 5 slots here, I had it in the third one. So the seat was still sitting up relatively high. So the seat didn't fit inside of the door. It was hitting right here on the bolster. When I got into the seat and I put my helmet on, my head was still hitting the headliner with my helmet on. So that's like a double fail. So I switched these little ears, these little side brackets, switched them back to their normal position. I lowered the rear from the top one to the bottom one, and I moved this from 3 to 4 in terms of like counting from the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in doing that, obviously it lowered the seat as a whole because I mounted them in lower, or at least I mounted the back one lower down and I tilted the front up slightly. So basically it's leaning my head back a little bit more as opposed to sitting upright. I'm angled back a lot more like this. So now my head does not hit the headliner anymore. Yay! And also in doing so, in lowering the seat's mounting position, because of the fact that these door cards actually kind of curve in a little bit right here, previously where this bolster was like right level with the top of the door card. And you can see how this kind of scoops in, right? And so by lowering that, this door now closes without touching the seat at all. So there we go. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna do the same positioning that I did on this seat on that one. I'm gonna finish bolting this one in because all I did was put this one and that one. I also moved my my stupid little seatbelt latch. Unfortunately, until I get the harnesses in, when I'm on track, you have to have some form of seatbelt. So even though this isn't really gonna be helping like keep me in the seat necessarily, because the bolstering is gonna do that, I just have to have it in terms of safety and passing tech and all that kind of stuff. Success, the seats are in. It still isn't absolutely 100% perfect over here. It still just barely nudges a teeny bit, but honestly, that's fine by me considering how it used to actually rub. So let me grab a light. All right, passenger seat is in. This does still, if we can see through the window, still just barely make a little bit of contact right here, but like, yeah, I'm totally kosher with that. A teeny bit of contact is fine. The way it was earlier, where it was like gonna have to, this whole thing's gonna have to deform a ton. Not gonna be able to run it like that. But yeah, man, seats are in, baby, let's go. Again, on camera, they look kind of straight up orange. In real life, they look more pinkish, pink orange, peachy, which is cool. I've got a harness bar on the way. I haven't ordered harnesses yet. I'm still debating on what color I want to get. We've got some big things coming up for the actual exterior of the car. You guys might have noticed a little something back here that doesn't match. my standard wheels, so we'll show you guys those later. But yeah, we're done. Seats are in, man. With the lighting, you kind of can't see them at this particular angle, but I'm stoked. They feel great. They fit perfect. The large NRG Prisma is exactly what I was looking for, and the fact that I found these for such a deal. Normally they sell for like brand new, they sell for $450-ish, $430, $450, somewhere in there. And so two of them, you're looking at $900, and then shipping, you're over $1,000 for a pair of seats. I got these two and the NRG brackets, which are for a $370, so I still have them. I might be able to sell them and get $100 for the pair, just get a little bit of money back. But I got the two seats, the two mounting rails, and those yellow harnesses for $500. That's like $1,500 worth of stuff that I would have had to buy. I mean, I did have to buy new seat rails, but I'm probably gonna sell those, and I'm probably gonna try to sell these harnesses to somebody at Lanier who doesn't care what color they are. I'm not a big fan of, yellow would be fine, but with the like orangish peach color of the seats, the yellow kind of clashes. I don't really like it, so I'm gonna go buy some different, probably some either NRG, Tanaka, Status, something like that, harnesses of a different color. Don't know exactly what yet, but I'll figure it out. And that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you wanna pick up any of the merch, make sure to go over to downshiftracing.co, pick up a shirt, a hat, a hoodie. We also have sticker packs, anything you want. Downshiftracing.co is where you can find it. If you want to help support the builds and help get these things done faster so that we can make more content, do more driving, do more builds, all that kind of stuff, head on over to patreon.com/buildingwithsean, sign up for a membership there. You're gonna get extra videos, you're gonna get early merchandise access to future drops, and you're also gonna get access to the Downshift Racing Discord. We've got a great community that we're building over there, and I can't wait for you guys to join. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the build and all of the drift videos coming out soon. And until next time, build your dreams.